Welcome to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. In today's episode, we are getting into other people's opinions of us and why we get offended, how we try hard to get other people to like us, that we wind up coming from a needy energy that drags us down. Does it really matter what other people think about what we say or do? Find out in this week's episode how to let go of caring so you can start living a more free life. Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you all doing today? How was your week? Now that summer for most of us is coming to an end, I want you to reflect on your summer. Did you get to do the things that you planned on doing? Did you go to the places that you planned to go to? Were you able to take the vacation or vacations that you wanted to? Or did you just let the weeks go by wanting to do those things but never making time to check them off your list? I think it's really important to give yourself the time to do the things that you want to do. That's one of the ways we are able to keep our vibrations high. I once had a client tell me that she's not able to do things with her children on the weekends because she has to take care of everything on the weekend that she isn't able to take care of during the week. So her weekends are busy doing things that she feels she doesn't have a choice not doing. And with those thoughts of hers, her vibrations stay low. She doesn't feel any joy doing the things that she quote unquote has to do. So I said to her, "Is that true? That you have to do all of those things every weekend?" And she said, "Yes, it's true. I have to do everything." And then I said, "Is someone making you do those things or are you choosing to?" And she said, "Well, I really don't have a choice. If I did, I wouldn't do them. I would do what I want to do." And so then I asked her, "Well, what would you like to do?" So she told me. And I said to her, "Why can't you do those things?" And she said, "Because nothing would get done." I was able to show her that everything that she is doing is a choice. She doesn't have to. There are many people that don't keep their homes clean, that don't cook for the week. And I showed her she's doing those things because she likes a clean house. And she's cooking for the week because she thinks it's important to have meals prepared so she doesn't have to cook during the week once she gets home from work. And so then I asked her, "And so what? What's the worst that can happen if you don't clean one weekend?" "Oh, I know. You'll actually be able to have time with the kids and take them to the zoo, or you'll be able to go for a massage. You can have lunch with a girlfriend. Whatever it may be, you can do some of the things that you want to do that make you feel good." And guess what? Everything is a choice in life, and you don't have to do the things that you feel have to be done, but you're choosing to because you want them done. For whatever reason you're doing, whatever it may be, you are doing it because you're choosing to. So when I ask you, have you chosen to do the things that you wanted to do this summer? Have you chosen to honor what creates your happiness? Because you are the only one that can do that for yourself by being true to those dreams and those desires of yours. I promise your house will be fine if you don't clean it for 1 week. My husband and I make it a point to always have an adventure day, either Saturday or Sunday. I work 6 days a week, so I need to have one day off where I get to do something fun and exciting. Not that my career isn't fun or exciting, but during the day to day, working in my office, I get much more excitement getting out of the house. I do make it a point to create personal me time weekly because it's super important to feeling good every day. Get those journals out. It's time to write down a few new affirmations. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, I focus on actions that will help me achieve my goals. Number 2, I know what I will tolerate and what I won't. Number 3, I am scared sometimes, but excited for the journey ahead. Number 4, I have the power to decide what controls me and my emotions. Oh, I just love that one. It's time to come from a place of gratitude, a place of love. So tell me, my friends, what are you thankful for today? Today, I'm thankful for my friend Jean. Out of nowhere one day, I get a message from her asking for my address. So I sent it to her, not questioning why she needed it. Well, the other day, I received a beautiful pair of statement earrings and a Hamsa bracelet. I was so shocked and truly grateful that out of the blue, I received such a special gift in the mail. Jean knows how much I love statement earrings. I have bought her jewelry many times from one of the local stores near where I live. She mentioned in her message to me, "These reminded me of you, and I wanted you to have them." Jean, if you are listening, I wanted to tell you how truly grateful I am that you thought of me and created the beautiful pieces of jewelry that you sent me. Boy, do you know how to make someone smile. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your genuine kindness. Okay, let's get into today's episode, which is on other people's opinions and how they can affect our energy. We spend so much of our life trying to control people's opinions of us. If you really take the time to think about how much time you spend thinking, what will they think of me? Will they like my podcast? Will they like my book? Will they like what I'm wearing? Did I say that right? Because no one seemed to agree with me. What will people think or say if I do what I really want to do? I've seen many people conform themselves into a person that isn't who they really are, that they don't even recognize themselves anymore because of their idea of what other people may think of them, when they don't even know if that is what the person is even going to think. And it's really important to remember that a lot of the things that we do to try and control other people's opinions is not actually controlling their opinion of us. We can't control someone else's mind. I know that you all know that consciously, but we try to do this all the time. We actually think that we can control whether someone is going to like us, or if we do something wrong, that they won't like us, or that we can control if they're going to think that we're fun to be around by how we act, or that they will like us because of what we're wearing, or who we hang out with, or that they will think we're pretty, smart, or successful. So many of us wind up spending way too much of our energy pretending and lying to others because we want them to have a certain opinion of us. But here's the truth: even if you pretend to be someone else and you lie about who you really are, you still won't be able to control their opinion of you. When you go through your life trying to control someone else's opinion of you, you are coming from a strange energy, a needy energy, and you give off needy vibes. You never really know what someone else is thinking. They can tell you that they think you are this amazing person, but you really have no idea what they're really thinking. And the truth is, it really is none of your business. When you finally accept what other people may think of you is not your business, it will help you to release your true identity and help you to become your true self. Because what other people think is based on who they are and their preferences, not based on you. So let me give you a little example. I want you to imagine that you are walking into a party and there are, let's say, 15 people at this party that are super excited to see you. You get there, and these 15 people are listening to you talking, and you are telling stories, and they're laughing, and you're all having a great time, as so you think. Now, if their opinion of you was based on you and what you were saying and what you did, then all 15 of those people would have the exact same opinion of you, because when you were telling them your story, they were all laughing and it looked like they were all having a great time. You are dressed impeccably, wearing the cutest outfit ever. You don't look any different from how you always look. You looked absolutely adorable, and you acted exactly the same to every single person, sweet and charming as ever. Now, if you were the one controlling their opinion of how they all think about you, all of them would have the same exact opinion. But they don't, do they? They have 15 different opinions of you because their opinion of you is based on them, based on their thoughts and feelings, not really based on who you really are. To one, your story may have been boring, but they chose to laugh with everyone else so it didn't look obvious. To another, you may remind them of their sister in law, who they don't seem to like very much. since she is mean to them. To another person, they may actually hate what you're wearing. Even though it's one of the cutest outfits you have ever bought and looks fabulous on you, it just isn't their style. And in their opinion, you're way too over the top with how you dress. To another person, they may love what you're wearing, love your shoes, your purse, and your earrings. And maybe to another, you remind them of their best friend and they just adore you. She may think you're a great dresser, very stylish. She noticed you were wearing a Valentino dress. Or to some, they may like you because you are a lot like them. We don't know why people like us and why they don't. Their preferences from their past, from their experiences, from how they grew up is going to determine whether they like you or not. When you try and act in a certain way so someone will like you don't show up as yourself. You show up as some version of yourself that's trying to please other people. We have all done this, and some of us still may. If you show up as a version of yourself that you think someone will like, acting in a way that you think would be pleasing to them, so they like this version of you that isn't even you, you aren't being true to who you are. You aren't being true to yourself. You aren't in the right energy of love for who you truly are. This was me for many years when I was married to my ex husband. I wasn't able to truly be myself. So a while back, I decided I'm going to start showing up as myself. I like to dress a certain way. I like to look a certain way. I embrace the things that I love. I don't like to play make believe. I like certain things, and I sometimes have strong opinions. I realized that if I start showing up how I feel and telling the truth and stop trying to hide the parts of me that I didn't like, then I could just be myself. And the people that are my people, that are like me, would like me for who I am. Then I wouldn't have so much anxiety about how I'm supposed to act. I could just show up as the perfect me for me because this is who I am and this is how I'm meant to be. And if you don't like me, then that's okay because I now know not everyone is going to like me. I'm truly okay with that. I know I'm not for everyone, but the people that do like me truly like me for who I am today. There's no more pretending to be someone else. They are my people. They are the people that I love to be around, and we can all be ourselves without someone else trying to change the other. I love being around people that can truly be themselves around me because we can all just relax and be ourselves. When I'm around people that don't like me, that's okay too. This has been life changing for me. Understanding that I really can't be the one that decides whether someone likes me or not. It's not up to me. It's up to them and their experiences, their life, and their preferences. That alone has set me free from the worry and from the needy energy that I used to give off, from the negative energies that I was feeling and giving out toward others. Something else that has set me free was not letting it bother me when people judge me and being okay for others to not like me. Because here's the truth: I don't like everyone, I don't agree with everyone, and I don't like everything everyone does. I have my own judgments that I continuously work on and remind myself, Christine, you're judging right now. Do you really need to be judging that person? How does it feel, Christine? Not so good. So let it go and allow others to be who they are. It's not your business and it's not your life. I say this to myself all the time. I am human too. Humans judge, but it's about being aware that you're judging and then correcting yourself. Because, my friends, it definitely feels so much better to like people, to not judge people, and to just allow people to be who they are. We all have preferences, just like everyone else. But just because someone doesn't like me or doesn't like you, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with either of us. Then sometimes there are times when people don't like me, and I can understand because I don't always like myself all of the time either. I mean, I love myself and I know I'm a really good human, but there are times that I don't always like my behavior. So I can understand. And that's when I feel like it's funny because I feel like we're more in agreement. Sometimes I'm like, I get it. I totally understand why that person doesn't like me right now. When you learn to give people permission to judge you, to have their opinion of you, to not like you will learn to be free of the negative energy that you've been feeling by wanting to control their opinions. Because when we don't let go, we are doing exactly what they are doing. We are not liking ourselves for who we really are. We are not accepting ourselves by trying to be someone that we really aren't. So, how can we truly expect others to like us when we don't really like ourselves? The reason why we have a problem with people not liking us is because of what we make it mean about who we are. So let's talk about that for just a minute. Ask yourself, what does it mean when someone doesn't like you? Most people think that they are not likable. If this person doesn't like me, then I must be unlikable. Please remember, whether someone likes you or not has nothing to do with you. It always has to do with the other person. Just like when you don't like someone, it really isn't about the other person. It's about your preferences and what you like in other people. It doesn't mean that the other person isn't likable. There are many other people that like them just because you don't. It doesn't mean everyone else or no one else does. Whether someone likes broccoli or not has nothing to do with the vegetable itself. It has to do with their desires and opinions about how they feel about broccoli. I will never forget when I first met my best friend, I didn't like her at all. I thought she was kind of boring and she was way too shy for me, that she didn't have much of a personality. That was my first impression of her. I seriously told my boyfriend at that time that I really had no desire to hang out with her and her boyfriend ever again. I eventually ended up really loving her, but you see, it was my opinion and my preferences of the kind of people that I liked. It was my story about my first impression that determined whether I liked her or not. I wasn't open to the idea at the time of being curious and just getting to know someone for who they truly are. I was super judgmental back then and felt like if we didn't hit it off instantly, then we really wouldn't be friends. Here's the truth, people are going to judge you no matter what. We don't have a choice there. It's going to happen, and they are going to criticize you. As long as you don't believe what they think about you, then it really doesn't matter. As an entrepreneur, podcaster, life coach, you are putting yourself out there and constantly creating content. I am putting out my ideas, writing books, creating programs. I'm putting out material on myself to be criticized. That's just the way it is. And I knew that going into this career. I knew when I wrote my book that anyone could put up a review on Amazon because I'm opening everything up for the world to judge me once I put anything on the internet. It's like I'm telling people, hey, if you don't like me and if you don't like my book, or if you don't like the content of my podcast or my material, feel free to write about it publicly for millions of people to read. Because unfortunately, that is what we are signing up for when we take action to creating. If you put out something on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or any social media platform, you are opening it up for other people's opinions. And not everyone is going to agree with what you posted or wrote or said. I used to tell my daughter all the time, if you aren't open to negative feedback, don't post, period. People are allowed to not like you. People are allowed to not like what you are doing. People are allowed to not like what you say, to not like your content, and they are allowed to verbalize that if they choose to. You may not agree with them, but it's not for you to agree with. That's their business, not yours. Why are we so worried if someone's going to criticize us? Why do we care when we know that isn't our truth? What is it about criticism that is so upsetting for so many of us? Ask yourself these questions. Dig deep into why you get so upset when someone criticizes you. Criticism basically is someone having an opinion of you. If someone says something to someone else, like, did you know that Allie said that you yell at your kids in public? Or did you know that Gabby mentioned that your podcast really isn't good? The sound is terrible and the content is not interesting? Most people would get offended. They would get so upset and they would start to actually question if that is true. This happens all the time and it can really devastate us because we make other people's words mean something. We get our feelings hurt because we make whatever the person is saying mean something about us. That's the problem. Criticism itself isn't painful. What's painful is when someone criticizes us and we believe it and we make it mean something about ourselves. That's what's painful. It's not painful when someone criticizes how small you are when you're 5'10". It's not painful when someone tells you that they don't like your purple curly hair when your hair is dark brown and straight. You're not affected in any way because you know what they are saying isn't true. But when someone criticizes you and there's a part of you that believes it, that is when you get affected. If someone criticizes you and you make their opinion mean something about you, that's when you get yourself into trouble. And all these negative feelings come rushing in. You are the one causing all of your pain, not the people who are criticizing you, but by you believing it, taking it on, and making it mean something. If you can allow people to criticize you, allow them to have opinions of you, allow them to judge you and to not make it mean anything about you, not make it mean that you are unworthy or incapable or not good enough, then it can actually have an opposite effect. I have had people write reviews on my book that clearly haven't even read my book. When I published Unleash Your Inner Goddess, Start Living the Life You Deserve, someone gave me a review on Amazon saying that my book was a copy of The Secret, which clearly made me realize that they never even read my book because it's nothing like The Secret. But it still bothered me that they criticized me and that they only gave me 1 star. I was really upset that I had to coach myself on why I was so upset. People are going to not like some of the things that you do. They may not say it, and you may not put yourself in a position where they can say it publicly. But if you can handle it privately, on your own, within yourself, if you could handle it in your own mind, then you can handle it anywhere. If you can handle any kind of criticism, if you can handle people not liking you, your life will be so much better. And you will be able to do all of the things that you have been wanting to do, but you haven't because you have been too worried what others may think or say. What you will be willing to do and the chances you will be willing to take will change your life. Another thing that we do is we will lash back at the person that criticized us. We say things like, oh, if you're going to say that about me, then I'm going to say something about you. Now I'm going to get you back for what you said. I'm going to get you back for your opinion. Like someone else can't have a bad opinion about someone else and express that. We are then judging that other person. We are putting ourselves in the same negative energy. We are taking on their negative energy by doing the same exact thing. You are now looking for the bad in who they are. And we all know how horrible that feels, which keeps your vibes low. My friends, it's okay for someone to have an opinion of you based on their life, on their experiences, and on what they think they know about you. Most of the people that criticize you don't even know you. They just know a little bit about you, and that's okay. But when you come back at them and you start attacking and judging them, then you are bringing a lot more negative tension into the world, which is completely unnecessary and not useful. We need to allow people the freedom to be who they are. And guess what? Sometimes people are critical, sometimes they're judgmental. Can you allow for that? Ask yourself if you can allow for others to criticize and not let it affect you. That's how you evolve into the best version of yourself by actually owning that you are the only one that needs to give yourself approval. It is not someone else's job to like you. And in fact, if someone doesn't like you, it's their choice. When people don't like you, it has nothing to do with you. And when they do like you, when they do approve of you, and they think you're amazing, that also has nothing to do with you. Knowing that whether they like you or dislike you never has to do with you. All them, my friends. When I get messages and reviews from people saying, you are such an incredible person. I've read your book. I listened to your podcast. You've helped me learn to love myself, and you have truly changed how I see things. You have changed my life. I honestly know that everything that they are saying or have written is not about me. I know that they have done the work and that they have seen something or heard something within themselves that creates those feelings within them. Their opinion of me isn't about me at all. It's about them, and I still get to celebrate their win. I love that they have found this within themselves. I am only the messenger, and there is a lot of this material said by different people all over the world. It's the connection that I have with my listeners and my people that make them feel the way they do. But it's the spark that they ignited within themselves. When I get a message or a review that someone doesn't like what I've written or what I've said and they have a different opinion, I also know that has nothing to do with me. It has to do with who they are, their beliefs, their way of life, and their path. I never take their criticism personally because I know my truth and I'm confident enough in my message to those that are willing to listen. Good or bad, I know other people's opinions have nothing to do with me. And that is when you find so much freedom because when you don't need anyone's approval or you don't take it on as something that you need, you are then free from it. Having the courage to do the things that you want to do no matter what, that will create your happiness so you can feel good. Because remember, we always do things for how it's going to make us feel. By allowing others to be themselves, you can let go, show up as your true self. Let other people have their opinion about you. Set them free to do as they will in their minds. And notice your life change with so much love, peace, and contentment for yourself. Thank you all for listening to the Manifesting Formula podcast. And thank you for all the kind 5-star reviews that I have received. I truly appreciate your love and kindness. I have seen you grow tremendously, and I'm so proud of you all. For those of you that haven't read my book, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, you can purchase it anywhere books are sold. I think it's selling for $7 on Amazon right now. Get a few copies while you can before the price goes up heading into the holiday season. It's a great gift to give someone that is ready to start living a happy life. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, sending you all so much love, peace, and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. See you next week. Bye. My friends, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, I would love to work with you so you can start manifesting everything you have ever wanted. You can visit my website at www.christinerizzo.com to find out all about my 16-week coaching program. Or you can press on the link in the show notes that says one-on-one coaching. It will bring you to my calendar where you can sign up for a 30-minute free coaching session. So if you want to go deeper with manifesting, click the link and sign up for your free session. I look forward to meeting you and helping you create the life you deserve.